Okay, it's a beautiful day outside, which you may or may not be able to see. I don't know how good the focus on this is. If the viewfinder says anything, it's not very good, but there you go. This is the JVC GR-C7, and as you can tell from this video, I made what is probably a very big mistake by purchasing this, which you can't actually see. Well, the one nice thing about the bathroom project taking as long as it does is that I got all these lights sitting around. Of course, this camcorder here still is not, still is having a hard time seeing this. Put it into macro mode, and there you can see compact VHS. Looks very similar, doesn't it? Well, it certainly should. It's probably about as good as it's gonna get. VHS-C high quality. And of course, there's your typical warning about making sure that your tape has no slack in it. On the bottom we can actually see the model number, VM6200 by Zenith. It's basically the same camcorder as this, except it's missing the red. It's the only thing that it doesn't really have, but otherwise it's the same camera. Pretty nice camera. It's the CCD image sensor. The microphone is kind of, well, it's seen better days. This one actually has a lens cap, though. So if the camcorder turns out not to work, at least I have a lens cap. And I'll tell you what, I really shouldn't have picked this up. That's how much I gave for it. Not expensive, but certainly not cheap either. Use the viewfinder. It's missing a little rubber piece that goes up there, but at least it has the magnifier, which I don't believe is removable. It's in pretty decent condition. I mean, there's nothing overly wrong with it. That CFL is driving me nuts because I can see the flickering. I'm sure this fan is completely overwhelming the microphone on this camera, so I'm going to turn that off. It's the same general idea as this JVC is. I did plug it in, it comes on, but it does have a problem that I already know about. The viewfinder is completely dead. If I move this cable around, the viewfinder does come on, but it doesn't stay on. I have to hold the connector in place in order for it to come on. So that's junk. I'll have to see if I can find another viewfinder, or I can just use the viewfinder off of this camera. It's always a possibility. But I have not tested the tape basket. So I guess we're going to find out here in just a few seconds whether or not it works, thanks to the magic of video editing. Okay. I've changed over. I don't know if the audio's any good. I can't tell what you can or can't see. Well, I could if I put the viewfinder like that. There we go. If this is recording, this is the Zenith VM6200. I have found another problem. I have no power zoom. My power zoom does not work. So I guess I will not be using the power zoom on this thing. Once again, I assume that it's working and that I don't have a tape eating problem. I don't hear it spewing tape all over the place. We could try the manual zoom, which is really what you probably would have been using the entire time you were using this camera anyway. It actually looks better than the output from the C7. So let me put that back. And it actually looks like it's more in focus than the GR-C7. So it might be that this viewfinder has seen less action Who knows? You can see if I can get a little bit of zoom up there. I can actually put it the right way. I just touched the microphone, I apologize. There you can see, I'm operating this blind for the most part. Yeah, this viewfinder is no good. I can see it shaking back and forth, so yeah, there's no way that this can be saved. The camcorder does look like it's recording, so that's a score. I was not expecting that. Okay, well now the camcorder is complaining about the battery. That's strange. It doesn't have a battery. Well, anyway, I got out this camcorder after an almost Herculean effort, because apparently gravity isn't a thing in here. But as it turns out, I can't actually use the viewfinder because it's different. The connector's the same. So I probably could get away with it, but it isn't going to work. I wonder why it's complaining about the battery. It's still recording, or at least it claims to still be recording. Alright, I think I'm going to stop the video with this because there's not really much else I can think of to do. So I think I've demonstrated this pretty good. I'm going to move on. I'm actually going to get out another camcorder so we can have a look at these two in a little bit better detail. Okay, because I'm sure somebody will complain if I don't, here is a better look at these camcorders. The GR-C7 is on the left, and the VM6200 is on the right. Unfortunately, these camcorders don't tend to stand up very well, so what you're seeing is about as good as I can get this. So you can see that one as compared to this one. Really the only difference between the two, other than this one is in much better condition, is that this one is gray and this one is red. That is the only difference. Even the stickers are the same. Well, mostly. This one tells you to use Zenith, battery packs and chargers, and this one of course tells you to use JVC, power packs and batteries. Although it doesn't actually, use exclusive JVC battery pack and use exclusive AC power adapter and car battery cord. This one actually gives you models. VAC 402, VAC 403, 415, 445. Use exclusive power supply, VAC 446. I don't have that, but the JVC unit will do exactly the same thing because it is exactly the same camcorder with the same output specifications. I actually don't know the date on either of these. It doesn't say on this one. Here's the data plate. I think this is actually broken right here. There's supposed to be a little loop for this, the hand strap, but it's gone. There's the foam in front of the microphone. There's the autofocus system. That's what those two dots down there are for. One is a sensor and one is an emitter. It's an infrared focusing system. It doesn't work very well. But of course, what do you expect for a camcorder that doesn't really have much focus in the first place? It's really meant for far away shots. It's not really meant for up close stuff. Because that's what people used their camcorders for back then. It really wasn't for close-ups. Same general deal. I think even the button colors are the same, maybe slightly different. Yeah, this one doesn't have the red on the record button that this one does, and it also has a blue power switch. Really, this one is just gray. Everything else is exactly the same, though, at least as far as I can tell. Pretty sure this one also had an issue with this little connection here for the hand strap, so somebody made their own. I don't think that's original. And it's got a lens cap, so what more could you want? Still really don't think I should have paid that for it, but I did. And it's nice to know that it does work. I think the tracking might have been a little bit off. It's supposed to be in the center. Go and look at the other one. see it's much closer to the center. Zenith. This also doesn't sit on properly anymore. It's loose. Or at least it was loose. Yeah, it's loose. Probably because it might be, is it out of the camcorder? Does it actually even have the screws in it? Look. It's got the screws. So it looks like it's just purely broken. That kind of sucks. And the power zoom doesn't work. But other than that, there's your video of the Zenith VM6200. You can see the data plate down there. They even call it a video movie, just like the JVC is. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And this is CP666 signing off, and I hope to see you next time. Till then.